LFC Chats, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram. Hit the like, hit the share, hit the sub. I don't care. Let's go. Breaking news, of course. Well, how true this is, there's a few people talking about it, so it must be have some truth behind it. Liverpool have a agreement in principle to sign Enzo Fernandez in June 2023, according to reports in Argentina. The 21-year-old Benfica and Argentinian star, of course. Wow, what a player. I don't know how much it's involved, but apparently it's all over the news at the moment. That's where it's been breaking. Dave O'Cop has done it. There's loads of now the usuals. I don't think Paul Joyce has said anything just yet, so we'll hold our horses until we see something there. But agreement in place. We have a really good relationship, of course, with Benfica. Darwinnunez, ex-Benfica, of course, Uruguay international, hopefully was with Liverpool today in Dubai. I think he linked up with Liverpool today in Dubai after that 3-1 loss yesterday against Lyon in the Dubai Super Cup. It's only a friendly though, I'm not too worried about it. But this Enzo Fernandez information, well, I don't know what to make of it. I've done a bit of checking on it, as I said, but it seems legit. It does seem legit, I suppose, but we shall see what happens. You never know with football and the way things go. But you do have to have these pre-agreements in place. It's like a gentleman's handshake, the old school gentleman's handshake. You do have to have, these type of things in place for big clubs, and because there's so many clubs looking for players now. You'd have the likes of City, even Newcastle, United, Spurs, Arsenal, Chelsea, all these clubs in the Premier League alone. Never mind PSG, Real Madrid. All these other clubs, Bayern Munich, looking for any world star. And obviously Liverpool, if they would have done a pre-agreement, it would have been pre-World Cup because, you don't want him having a great World Cup. He is having a decent World Cup for Argentina. Could end up scoring the winner in the final. Who knows if they get past Croatia and whoever they get past in the final. But he's still there. He's a really good player, pacey, good finisher, scored a great goal the other night, didn't he? I like him, Fernandez. I really do. He's only 21, as I say, but we shall see what happens. Nothing's done. It's talking about pre-agreements, but who knows how true it is, how true it isn't. It is a nice little bit of tidbit, as they say. Hit the like, hit the share. A few people in. Mark is in. Mark Forrest. Hope you're well, Marco. As I say, we're going to come on for a little while talk about Enzo Fernandez. We're going to talk about Nunez hopefully meeting up at the Dubai training camp today. It looks like the Elliott injury isn't too bad. It looks like it's only a small little niggle of an injury. So I think Harvey will be okay. We can talk about Bellingham. We can talk about what we want. Mick Moran in the house. I'd love any midfielder at this point. He looks very much our type of profile, though, says Mick from the Copite podcast. Check it out. Copite podcast, top notch podcast, of course. Congrats on the 6K, mate. Yes, you know what? I was live. Yeah, I was live yesterday for the Liverpool Lyon game. I got over 4K views and about 25 subs from it. 3 hours live, Mick. 3 hours. Just me waffling for 3 hours. Plenty of work put in yesterday. 3 hours live and we lost 3-1. But I'm hopefully live for the AC Milan game. On I think it's 3:30 on Friday, so we shall see. Maybe even see Divock Origi. Who knows? Anfield Lark's in as well. Thanks, bro. Yes, look, yeah, the Elliott news. I think the news is it's okay. I think it was more precautionary, more than anything else. I think it was precaution. There is Mark Forrest is putting Copy Podcasts link in the description. Put Anfield Larks in as well, I suppose. Give them a sub. Give them your love. Do you like that? Give them a sub. Give them your love. 10 days until the big one against City. League Cup, of course, Mick. Yes, League Cup, the big one. Of course, absolutely. League Cup. They're going to come thick and fast. We play AC Milan Friday in a friendly. Hope no more injuries. But come back probably Saturday. Get ready to rock and roll midweek then. And it's just Christmas. It's almost Christmas. You know what I mean? Almost Christmas. It's around the corner. Today will be what? Boxing Day? Yeah, Stevens' Day in Ireland. Boxing Day in England today. Monday in 2 weeks' time. I just cannot wait. There's Anfield Larks going straight in to the comments. So hit the like, hit the share. Give these boys some of your love. Give them your sub. Give them your love. But as I say, a little relaxing chat here tonight. Enzo Fernandez, do you like him? Do you want him? Bellingham, what do you think of Bellingham? It was a great chat on today. I was watching it on the Anfield Wrap. I think Mo Stewart was on it. Some great points about the Bellingham saga. Let's call it a saga. Bellingham, is he coming? Is he going? It looks like we're in the driving seat. It really does look like we're in the driving seat. But the main thing for Liverpool is make sure you have your seatbelt on. If you're in the driving seat, put your seatbelt on just in case there's something around the corner and you don't have to jam on. You know what I'm saying? So that's the big thing for me. We look to be in the driving seat, but things can go wrong. And I think his parents, his mum and dad, seem to be the ones. I think Mark Bellingham's dad, they seem to be the ones rather than having, you know, sort of messy agents and stuff like that. It's better to have. I think they've advisors. Bennett, some guy called Bennett, I think is an advisor. But I think his mum and dad are the actual like agents, and it's better off having your mum and dad as people who love you and want the best for you. I suppose only want the best for you in the background, telling you what to do and where to go. You know. But I'm sure Jude will at 20. What is he? Not even 20. He's only 19. And it's ridiculous. He's unbelievably mature, let's put it that way. I've seen some of his interviews for England after the games and consoling Kane after missing that penalty, and you know, future captain. I think he's Dortmund captain at 19. He's a future England captain, no doubt about it. He's a future Liverpool captain, let's hope, if he signs for Liverpool next year. I still think if it is a deal done, it will be another one of these pre-agreements, but it won't be done till the summer. I think that the project's just too big, but we do need players in January, guys. Who do you want in? Enzo Fernandez looks like another bloody summer signing. I mean, no wonder FSG are looking for investment. I think we need to spend 200 or 300 million at this stage, you know. But we definitely need midfielders, possibly two, and we definitely need a forward. We need a forward now with Diaz and Jota out long term. Mick Moran says Bellingham has his head screwed on, and so does his family. He knows money isn't to be an end all. He'd sort out our midfield for the next 15 years. Pray it happens, Mickey. Absolutely. Well, what is he? 19. Next 12, 13 years anyway. Absolutely top level. Well, I mean, injuries permitting, of course. But yeah, I mean, look. With the likes of Naby and Ox going in the summer, possibly even in January, who knows? I mean, we could potentially, between January and next June and July, need 3 midfielders. Never mind Jude Bellingham. I mean, even if we sign Jude Bellingham, that isn't the answer. That is not the full answer. Like, that is not the icing on the cake. Well, it is the icing on the cake, but we also need the other levels of the cake. We need, I think, Arthur Mello. What's happening there? I mean, I think he's fit. He's in Dubai with the lads, walking around thinking he's like a manager, or he's in a Formula One set or something like that. But hopefully he'll be okay in another 2 or 3 weeks. But what you're going to get from him, I do not know. Naby Keita and Ox, decent enough, came on yesterday. Naby just didn't do enough for me. Couldn't hold on to the ball. Will they stay fit? Probably not. So there's 2. So the Diaz injury is a big one for me. The Diaz one is huge. I've seen him in training there. Was it last week? He was in training for Liverpool. Looked great. Great to have him back. He was a top player for us. He was one of our outstanding players since he signed in January. I mean, he's up there. He's top 3 players for us. Alisson, maybe you would say the next one. Matip was brilliant, but as in forward line stuff, as in going forward, giving you that catalyst, giving you that something different, giving you that bit of magic, Luis Diaz was the one for me. He really, really was. And to miss him is a cruel, cruel blow. As Klopp said, it's a smash in the face. Klopp said it was a real smash in the face, and it was a smash in the face to lose Luis Diaz till possibly March. I mean, there's a picture of him today, I think, on his Instagram, and he's sitting in a hospital bed. You know what I mean? That's a knee injury. Hopefully he's back quicker. Jota's not till February. So, I mean, they're straight away we're missing. You know, we've only got 3 out of the 5 that we started with. Okay, you've Carvalho and Elliott there, but realistically, you've Bobby, you've Nunez, and you've Salah. You know, Salah's never injured, touch wood, looks good. Nunez, odd niggle. Bobby, he's not getting any younger. So I think we might have to maybe try to get Fernandez in and bleed in January if we can, or we definitely need something there. We need something in January up front and in midfield. We need 2 players at least. At least. And that's if there's no more injuries. Diaz and Jota back around the same time probably. Yeah, people say March, but I think you're more end of February. Jota's another huge loss, Mick. Diaz and Jota are huge losses for Liverpool. They really, really are. They're absolutely huge losses for Liverpool. Jota was bad enough, and Diaz, just a double whammy. It was a double bloody whammy. And we can't afford to lose any more, you know. And it looks like Elliott be okay, though. Harvey Elliott looks like it's just a niggle for me. I think it was just like a muscle strain. And you're not going to take any risks in a pre-season friendly in Dubai, are you? No, you're absolutely not. So if you feel that, put your hand up, and you're taken off by the school teacher, basically, Jurgen Norbert Klopp. Also, check out the Anfield Wraps 2nd episode of Jurgen, the documentary, which came out today. I think it's called the first one was The Challenge, second one is The Blueprint, I think. I think it's on the Anfield Wrap app. You have to be a subscriber or an app subscriber to get it. And there's 3 more after this, but it is absolutely brilliant. Get it, the Anfield Wrap. top of the range. I'm sure Mick Moran can tell you the same thing as that. Big up, Dave, mate. I've been saying about Bellingham and Enzo for the longest time. This is John, Glasgow Red TV. The doc has only just started his job and he's got them on the table already, Mark. You're absolutely right. Harrison, I think his name's new ex-England FA medic, of course, the new Liverpool doctor. But I mean, like, wow. See the stat that Jota, Diaz and Nunez have missed more matches than Mane, Bobby and Salah already. That is crazy. I did see that on Twitter. They mentioned it on the Anfield Wrap today. That is absolutely ridiculous. We are cursed. We are absolutely cursed, baby. Cursed with injuries. Absolutely cursed. There's no doubt about it. As soon as one player comes back, one player goes away. We never have the full set. We just don't. We just don't get it. I mean, can anybody put a finger on it? Is it the training methods? Is it the intensity in the games? So many games. The way Klopp likes his double and triple sessions. What is it? I mean, who knows? I don't know. I haven't got the answer for you. But is it just unlucky? Is it just randomness, unluckiness? It surely just can't be that. I mean, then again, you turn around to other players that are never injured. The likes of Mo Salah. Is he ever injured? Let's hope he never is injured. But, I mean, he's doing the same training. He's doing the same methods, doing exactly the same. Running around like a busy bee all the time. And he was never injured. Genie was never really injured when we had Genie playing for us. Certain players were never injured. So maybe it's just the player. Maybe it's just their ligament structure, their bone structures. I don't know. We need to invest to bring in the cash, says Mark. Well, maybe that's what I'm talking about FSG. Maybe that's why they're looking for investment. Maybe they're looking to sell 10 or 15% stake in the club and bring in 200 or 300 million and splash it all on the likes of a Bellingham, maybe a Rice and maybe an Enzo Fernandez. Now, there's a nice threesome, baby. That's nice, isn't it? Rice, Enzo Fernandez, Bellingham. There's three for you, baby. Now, that would be probably a dream tree signing, but who knows? That would cost you a pretty penny. You're going about 300 million there straight away. He used to be England's, he was an FA medic, English FA, England, highly regarded, of course. But he's going to have his hands tied. He's going to have a full resume coming into Liverpool, isn't he? My God, really, Liverpool's medical staff. I mean, it must be overworked. Never mind the NHS. Jesus Christ, these are just overworked, big time. I don't know how they're not injured. Liverpool's medical staff should get injured. Maybe they are injured at the moment. Who knows? But knowing Liverpool's luck, they probably are. No one will come in and listen to FSG if they do not. If they do, they must have some patience. We shall see. Well, I mean, it's gone quiet, hasn't it? It's gone a little bit quiet in the last 2 weeks, I suppose, about the FSG in, out, shake it all about. Is there going to be, partial investment? Is there going to be a full sale? This Qatari Saudi consortium has sort of, I'll say, died away, but certainly, went the other way. And who knows what's going to happen? Could this mean new owners could be closer than we think? When you're talking about 300 million, says John. I don't know, John. I absolutely do not know. But you'll hear it first on Dave's LFC Chats Live. But no, look, I don't know. I mean, there's obviously something in the offing. Klopp's probably getting a bigger say in the background. I mean, Julian Ward is leaving next summer. People keep forgetting about that one. He's gone next summer. So what happens there? We're looking at a German guy that used to work with Dortmund and knows Klopp's very well. But whether he comes in or not, I don't know. But Klopp probably wants more say in the matter. Mike Werner, is taking a different, having a step back, looking forward at the club. A lot of changes at the club. Our head analytics guy is leaving as well. One of the best in Europe, one of the best in the world. Does all the analysis, analysing the players and, the yokes they wear around them underneath their jersey and the heart monitors and lactate tests and it's all stats, it's all equations basically. E equals MC squared is Liverpool, but it's a science now. Sports science is huge, absolutely huge. And Liverpool have brought it onto a new level. I think originally, it was Wenger who came in, when he came in from Japan at the time, did all this type of thing and brought the science and you diet and the balance, huge balance of rest, when to rest, when not to rest, what to eat, what not to eat, don't drink alcohol, certainly don't smoke. Back in the 80s, 90s, the guys used to have bleeding pints after the matches or before the match, never mind after the match. So it's totally changed in the last, 15, 20 years. It's a different level now. It's basically athlete level. It's like Olympic athletes. They're like Olympic athletes, footballers now at the elite level I'm talking about, top Premier League level. And it's just, wow. And they do get paid well, absolutely. Especially the top level ones. They do really get paid well. I mean, if you're a Premier League player now, it's decent enough, you know. It's certainly better than a barman. So I mean, you're looked after. But as you say, it's a short career. What is it, 10, maybe 15 years max, 17, 18 till what, 31, 32 at the top level. So it's a short career, I suppose, but certainly don't want to become a pundit like Jermaine Jenas. Oh my God, he's so bad. Danny Murphy, there's another one. Terrible pundits, absolutely terrible pundits. I was going to say you could become a pundit after it, but certainly not like them. In the house, my bro, how are you? Suidi, is it? I can't pronounce your name. Didn't James Pearce say we needed a new striker? Well, I'm telling you now, James Pearce, if you're listening, we do need a new striker. We absolutely do. I mean, with Diaz, Jota long term, we have to be looking in the forward line now. We really, really do. Hit the like, hit the share. Let's go, baby. But as I say, we do. We absolutely do need a forward-thinking player now and a midfielder, or possibly two. I mean, who knows what Melo will give us? I mean, he's still not bloody fit. I know he's not far away, a week or two, but who knows? We need an organ donor for that midfield, says the Egyptian king. Absolutely. A midfield donor. Donor kebab. We definitely need something. We need something in that midfield. We need a catalyst. I mean, Diaz gave us the catalyst last year when he came in January, and that was a big wow. What happened there? Diaz gave us the catalyst. But back to Enzo Fernandez, who is being linked with Liverpool heavily. I did a video about 3 weeks ago about him. He has been linked. He's been in the background because maybe he plays for Benfica. He's in the World Cup for Argentina, playing pretty well. He's 21. The profile just fits. It's an FSG profile. You pay big money. I think it'd be 60, 70 million for this guy. At that age, 21, international, has it all. Yes. But I do like him, and Mark likes him too. We all like him. But it's all money. It's all money. I think it'd be a summer signing again, as with the Bellingham one. But the Bellingham one, for me, is very interesting. I mean, he's looking at Liverpool now. Obviously, Klopp is the big draw at Liverpool. Hear me out on this one, guys. Klopp is the big draw. Jurgen Norbert Klopp is the big draw at Liverpool. There's no doubt about it. The club itself is a big draw. The city is a big draw. It's an iconic club, a historic club. But we need Champions League football. If we got Europa League football, say we finish 5th or 6th next year, and Bellingham was coming in the summer, would you think that would make him change his mind? I don't think so. I don't think he's that type of player. I think if he's made his mind up, he's coming to Liverpool. He's coming for Europa League or no European football at all. He's coming back to England to play for an iconic club like Liverpool, and he'll give his best and hopefully get us into the Champions League the following year. But obviously, it would be better for the club, for the finances, and for everything else if we can get in to the top 4 next year. So it's going to be a really, really interesting one for me. It really is. What happens in the next? It's going to be a fascinating January, but it's even going to be a more fascinating next summer. Dave, do you hear that John Henry is not good in terms with the rest of the FSG because they want to sell and he doesn't? I did hear that. I don't know how true it is. John W. Henry does like the club, actually, apparently. He really does like the club. It's not just a business asset. I think he does like the people and likes the club. Him and Linda Paluzzi, his wife, of course, do like the club. See, Fenway Sports Group isn't just John W. Henry. There's a few people involved. There's a few people involved. Probably even haven't heard of some of their names. There's a few business people involved that own Fenway Sports Group. And they all have a say. Let's say they're all directors. Say there's 10 of them. They all have a say. Want to sell? No want to sell, So they're probably pushing more towards a stake, as Mark Forrest is saying, or partial sell of maybe 10, 15%. We sold 11% of Redbird Capital over a year ago, nearly 2 years ago now. LeBron James is involved there, of course. We all know the famous basketballer guy. But we sold, 11%. So that means FSG own 89%. So could they sell another maybe 19% and own 70%? Get maybe what would 19% do? If the club's worth 3.5 billion, 10% is 350 million, isn't it, roughly, if you're on about percentages? So bring in 300 million, a 10% sale. That gives you money to invest, pay a few bills, get a likes of a Bellingham or a Rice or maybe a Fernandez or all 3. That'd be wishful thinking, but who knows? I think we need all 3, to be fair. I really do. I mean, everybody else is going to be going. I mean, you're going to see Newcastle probably spend in January as well, because they're up there now saying, wow, we're ahead of ourselves here. 1 or 2 big players in January, we can get top 4. You know what I mean? You have Spurs spending, you probably have Chelsea spending, definitely. Potter there trying to work his magic, you know what I mean? Harry Potter. And, there's going to be a lot of things. City, I mean, the oil boys will spend, won't they? United will spend. Even though they're giving out a bit of Glazers, they probably will spend. So I think Liverpool will have to do something. let's hope it's done the right way and we get someone in that's a catalyst and pushes us on because we need it. If we Diaz there, we Jota there, and they were in training in Dubai now, I'd feel a lot better. But they're not there, and they won't be there for a while. You know. Do you think Alisson will be back for the City game? They get a week off. Far as I know, they have a week off. I think they all fly back to England. I think next weekend, Saturday, Sunday. I think Alisson will be okay. Yeah, a week off. You know, back 2 or 3 days before a game. I mean, Kelleher probably playing the League Cup anyway. Doesn't Kelleher play in the League Cup? Doesn't Kelleher play the League Cup games? Far as I know, anyway. So won't Kelleher start against City? I think Kelleher has given the FSG or given the League Cup or the Carabao Cup hat. I think he plays anyway in the League Cup, so he'd probably play there and give Alisson the rest. So Alisson could come on Boxing Day and play against Aston Villa away, which will be a tough one against Unai Emery's. That is a tough one at Villa to kick off, to ready to rock. And then it's Leicester. And I think it's Brentford, Leicester. Big games, guys. Huge games incoming. If Man United get Amazon, we're finished. You mean Jeff Bezos Amazon? Is that what you're talking about? Well, maybe they get better deliveries into the box with Amazon as their main backers. But other than that, I don't know. Look, I don't give a fuck who gets what. I just want Liverpool to get the best. I want Liverpool to get investment. We want the best players on the pitch. We want Liverpool to win games, basically. If we have Gomez in defence against Man City, I'm emigrating to North Korea. They won't let you in. Isn't the ref that did the England game going to the World Cup final? I did see something about that earlier, Mark. Oh, he's an absolute joke. Oh, I wouldn't be surprised with FIFA. I mean, they've made a bollocks of most things, so they certainly make a bollocks of bringing him as World Cup final ref. But, so guys, anyway, I'm going to ask you a question before we go. We give it a half an hour. Who would be your 3 dream signings? 3 dream signings for Liverpool in the next, say, 6 months, January and summer. Mine, right now, would be Enzo Fernandez, Jude Bellingham, and I think Declan Rice would fill a lot of holes in that midfield, especially with Hendo and Fabinho getting older. He would just fit in there nicely. You'd have Jude, the engine, in front of him, and then Enzo Fernandez to throw into the mix with the likes of Diaz, Jota, Salah, Bobby, Nunez. Wow. Jude, Kone and Amrabat. We haven't talked about Amrabat, the Moroccan captain. What a player he is. He could come in January too. There's been a lot of links with him. He wouldn't cost huge money, 30, 35 million maybe, from Fiorentina. Another good, what a little busy little player he is. Jude, Kone, Amrabat says Egyptian King. Rice, Fernandez and Yavi, says Mark. I can't see Javi. Can't see that one. Did he not sign a new deal? Barca, no. Jude, Kone, Amrabat. That's possible. The one I went for was like the 5-star menu, wasn't it? Enzo Fernandez, Jude Bellingham, and Declan Rice. I mean, that was should Declan Rice alone be 80, maybe 80, 90 million? Jude would be what, 120, 130 million, and Fernandez is probably 60, 70 million. So there you go. Added up, about 300 million's worth there. Bang. There's your 300 million. Monopoly money now. But Amrabat, what, 30, 35 could turn out to be absolutely wow. Another nugget for 30, 35. What is he, 25, something like that? Geez, Morocco, unbelievable. Hats off to Morocco, though. They've been absolutely brilliant. Morocco. Who knows? You never know. I mean, they could get past France. That's a niggle of a game. And they have most of their fans. Will like a home game for them, Morocco. I think they'll have something like 65% fan base. So you never know. I would love Liverpool. I would love another Argentinian at Liverpool, says Egyptian King. Amrabat would be okay, but he's more defensive than we need. Well, we do need a defensive guy. We really, really do. If Man United get bought by Amazon, I laugh myself to death, says just Hannah. How are you? Hopefully you're well, Hannah. As I said earlier, if they get Amazon, their deliveries into the box will be a lot better and on time. They'll certainly be on time, and the deliveries will be absolutely brilliant into the box with Amazon as backers. But we shall see. I mean, it's about Liverpool for me. It's really about Liverpool for me. I want Liverpool to have as good backers as we can get, as good players as we can get. I mean, you can't keep putting your hand into a bag of coal and pulling out diamonds. We've been doing it for the last 3 or 4 seasons. Sometimes it's going to keep putting your hand in and it's going to just keep coming out with bleeding lumps of coal with Arthur Mellos, Ben Davies, fucking Kabaks, not quite working. I'm not saying they were any good. It's just they weren't the right player at the right time. Ben Davies didn't even get a look in. Let's be fair. Didn't even kick a ball. Did he really? Did he? Mello kicked the ball and got injured. And he's probably, I don't know if he's going back. He's only on loan, but will he go back in January? I don't know. I just don't know. Our kids are looking okay, says Mark. Kids are looking okay, but can you throw them in? Can you throw? Even the likes of Carvalho. Elliott is more senior, you would think. But I don't know. Carvalho, I really do. Potential of Elliott and Carvalho is wow. Young Ben Doak as well. There's young Ramsey. We've great young lads there, but I want a bit more seniority. I want guys that play Champions League football. I want to be signing players in January and the summer that are internationals. Senior internationals. Michael, awesome in the house. How are you, Michael? Hopefully you're well, my bro. Hit the like, hit the share. Michael, would you be happy with Enzo Fernandez, the 21-year-old Benfica winger, Argentinian superstar? The kids are looking good, Mark, as I said, but kids can only do so much. If Amazon buy United, I'm cancelling Prime. Prime, that would be Prime, all right. Who knows? I mean, it's up in the air. There's so much happening with Liverpool. They're not even playing. I mean, they're in Dubai. We got beaten 3-1 by Lyon the other day. We play AC Milan on Friday. Hopefully live for that, guys. Hopefully live for AC Milan Liverpool in Dubai. Divock Origi. Might come back to haunt us. But it's only a friendly. But as I say, Nunez will be in playing for that. Nunez flew into the camp, I think, today in Dubai. So he should be okay to play for Liverpool. And we will need him. We actually played okay the other day. I did the live watch along for it. The first half we were decent. We could have been 2 or 3 up. Salah missed a penalty when we were 1-0 up. You go 2-0. Goals change games. They got a silly mistake just before half time at 41. A mistake between Kelleher and Robertson, and Lacazette runs in, taps it in. We win 2-0 in that game. Salah scores that penalty. Different game. And we made a lot of changes at half time. A lot of kids came on. It was basically our under-18s or under-21s finished it that way. And they had a fairly senior side. So I wouldn't be worried about the Lyon game. We'll get be a bit stronger against AC Milan. The real game then kicks off in 10 days, which is Man City in the League Cup, isn't it? And then it's hell for leather. It's bang, bang, bang. Games coming out your ears. Content coming out your ears. It's just going to be ridiculous. And I'm going to lose my voice over Christmas, I would say. This Fernandez stuff came out of nowhere, says Just Hannah. Well, I mean, I did a video about 3 weeks ago on Enzo Fernandez. There was rumours going around about him, but I mean, he's an exciting young player. He's only 21, Benfica. Everyone's watching him. So I'm sure any exciting player, especially in Europe, Klopp and Liverpool scouting, scouts like Fallows and Hunter are going to be watching them. They're going to be watching them. So it's that's just the way it is. And any top player that comes out, Liverpool are interested. I'm not saying this is a clickbait. It absolutely isn't. This one has a bit more meat on the bone than other ones. This one has more meat. That Kudos link, Kudos off Ajax have seemed to have died, has gone away. But this Fernandez one, obviously the Bellingham one, they're the two big ones at the moment, which seem to have some sort of meat on the bone. There's other ones you can just take with a pinch of salt, to be fair. And usually when I do a shorts video or any sort of video, I usually put a question mark over it going, well, maybe. It's not written in stone or anything like that. But that Kudos talk seems to have died down. Maybe Liverpool asked them, there's too much money, I don't know. Maybe they were never interested. But we do need investment, and we do need squad investment in January. Never mind next summer. In January, we got to refresh. We've got to refresh up front as well. Maybe 2 midfielders and a forward, or 1-on-1. Has to be. I know literally nothing about Fernandez, to be honest. It's Just Hannah, but watch him for Argentina. Watch him play for Argentina. Benfica. He's only 21, but he'd be playing for Argentina, I'd say. Is it tomorrow night against Morocco? Or against Croatia, sorry. Argentina, Croatia tomorrow night. So watch him. I mean, he looks really good, exciting, fast, young, pacey, good profile, decent FSG profile. It's only, I suppose, the money, I say it'd be big money though, he's 70, 80, 60, 70 million, whatever it is, I don't know. But we shall see. NGL, I'm looking forward to seeing him now. Yeah. World Cup. Watch him tomorrow night, baby. Tomorrow night, World Cup. It is tomorrow night, isn't it? It's Argentina against Croatia, and then it's Morocco France on Wednesday night. So I'm looking forward to two semi-finals. Imagine a Morocco Croatia final. Wow! Imagine Morocco winning it. First African team ever to get to a semi-final. I mean, they've got a third place playoff either way. So I mean, they're going to get to the last weekend of the World Cup, and who would have thought that? Who would have thought that? Good player, I'm sure. We've been linked to him before. France v Morocco will be a great game. Yeah, absolutely. Morocco are going to give them a game. Morocco are going to give them. I thought England, after the first 20, 25 minutes, the other night were the better team against France. We're unlucky, of course. So I think Morocco will give them the energy of Morocco. It's ridiculous. It'd be like a home game for Morocco. Yes, for me, Enzo would be a great signing. Oh, you retracted that message, and I was just about to read it out, Michael. Just didn't let Enzo hit pens. He messed up one against Holland. Apparently Bellingham is all but done. Well, let's hope, Hannah, we can all do a little praying over Christmas that Bellingham comes now. I think it'd be a summer signing, but could be another one of these pre-agreements, like hopefully the Enzo Fernandez one, and the Enzo Fernandez and Bellingham to look forward to in the summer. But we need reinforcements in January. We need something done in January. It's brilliant. It's beautiful if those two did come next summer, but we need something in January. We need something in January. We absolutely do. And the more injuries you get, the more we need. Yes, for me, Enzo will be a great signing, but we need Bellingham as well. It can't be one or the other, says Michael. And that is an awesome answer. Of course we do. And we might even need more than that. Bellingham will not just be the answer for Liverpool for this midfield. Our midfield's getting old now. Its profiles, the age is just far too old. We need at least two. I'd love Declan Rice there. Of course, I said it. Declan Rice, Enzo Fernandez, and Jude Bellingham. There's your threesome. There's your dream threesome. Imagine them coming in. Wow. But we shall see. Time will tell. Will FSG be there next summer? Who knows? Will they be just gave a partial sell and still be there? Will there be new owners? Saudis, Qataris, American owners? Who the hell knows? Melo is back and he must have something about him. He played for Barca and Juve and he has 22 caps for Brazilian's senior team. 22 caps for Brazil. He can't be that bad. I mean, he's melodramatic signing from Liverpool. Melo. But I mean, another one that came in, wasn't fit apparently, hadn't played since May. Klopp, hearing rumours that did not like what he's seen on the pitch. But I mean, the guy hasn't kicked the bloody ball. But as Hannah just said, I mean, he actually came on against us in the 4-0 loss. The Barca, the famous semi-final in 2019. I think he came on for the last 15 minutes in that game at Anfield. He probably looked at the ground and went, oh no. But I just don't know. We'll see. Look, I want them to come good. We want them to come good. I imagine he came good in January. Wow, where's this player? Brilliant. Wow, lovely. Here's your new signing from FSG, Melo. It's only on loan still, as we know. But of course I want them good. I want them to be match fit. He's still not fit. I mean, he's 2 or 3 weeks away. We'll be seeing him in January, hopefully. Will he be any good? I don't bleed know. But I've seen clips of him on YouTube and stuff for Barca and Juve, and he looked decent. I think Messi apparently said something really nice about him when he was at Barca. So who knows? Who knows? FSG will linger about like a fart in an elevator, says Egyptian King. I heard he's already back, says Just Hannah. No, yeah, he's in the Dubai camp with Liverpool, which are in Dubai, play AC Milan on Friday. But he's training. He's just not ready yet. I think he's 2 or 3 weeks away. That's what I heard. Might see him at Christmas. Certainly see him in January. But just, look, I want to see him on the pitch. Liverpool signed players. I want to see them playing. I don't want to see pictures and wearing caps with earphones on. I want to see them on the pitch. All these big money signings only means full sales. All these big money signings think it only means full sales. A full sale, you mean FSG full sale you're talking about? Or a partial investment sale? Maybe. I don't know, but we haven't signed anybody yet, Michael. You know what I mean? It's all up in the air at the moment. We haven't done anything yet. It's all hearsay, what say, you say. Yeah, he played some under-23 games as well. No, he played senior. For Liverpool he played under-23s. Yeah, 1 or 2 only, I think, Mark. He got injured in one of them, I think. I think it was against Accrington Stanley, or was that Ramsey? That was Ramsey scoring a goal. He got beaten 3-2. That was a while ago. But I just want to see the Reds back. Even though it was exciting watching Liverpool yesterday, even though we got beaten 3-1 by Lyon, it was just great to see the Reds run around the pitch, wasn't it? I was live for 3 hours yesterday, guys. 3 hours live. We don't buy players outright. We pay by installments for years. Most top clubs do that now. I mean, if you sign a player for 100 million, it's usually paid over the 5-year deal. Say it's a 5-year deal, you're 20 million a year, something like that. You probably put a down payment, yes, and then like buying a car, you put a down payment and you pay it off over 5 or 6 years. That's usually the way we did it. That's why Barcelona did it with Coutinho. That's why they owed us money right at the end. So that's usually the way they do it. Probably only the big boys don't do it that way, like the City or the Newcastles with their billions to write checks. But most clubs would do down payments and installments over 4 or 5 years or whatever the contract, something like that. Yeah, absolutely. And why not? Instead of just handing 100 million over in a check, there you go. 30 million, for 3 years. By the time we pay off Jude's installments, I'll be receiving my bus pass, says Egyptian King. Well, I presume if you're signing Jude, you're signing him on a 5 or 6 year deal. I mean, he'd be only 20 next year, so you're getting him on a 5 or 6 year deal. And even then, he'd be 25, 26, right in his prime when the deals is running down. So, FSG need to LFC to get top 4. If they don't, if they want to get big money, if they don't, then there will be a big price drop. Michael, I've said this and said this again. If FSG are in charge in January, they've got to invest. They've got to protect their investment. They have to invest to protect. So invest in January to protect the investment to hopefully get top 4, which is protecting your investment. If we don't get top 4 and we finish in the Europa League, or worse, the Conference League next year, the club probably goes down 10%. If the club's worth 3.5 billion and goes down 10%, that's 350 million. So if you spend, say, 150, 200 million, you're still making money if you get top 4. It just makes sense to invest in January and try get what you can. Get 1 or 2 players in you think. No penny pinching, no Lidl or Aldi shopping. I'm talking M&S, I'm talking Sainsbury's, I'm talking, Harrods level. We need proper players. None of this, little Aldi type players, Mello, Kabak, Davies, Little Aldi, we need, or even Tesco, we need Harrod level players. That's what we need. Like a Diaz, like a Luis Diaz. He was Harrod's level. I'm sure there's a buyer lined up for us for the share prices. Well, it's died off a little bit, but that's the thing with Liverpool. They do a lot quietly behind the scenes. I have to say that about them. They really do, and usually get away with it, but just announcing it 24 hours before it happens. Paul Joyce or James Pearce or one of these guys mentions it and it's what? This type of thing. We shall see. Even spending 300 million for a 1 billion extra is worth it, says Michael. But that's what I'm saying. It's all about protecting your investment. So protect to, invest to protect, basically, is what I'm trying to say. You invest to protect your asset. It's no use letting your asset, just sitting, you buy a brand new car, leave it in the garage, never drive the fucking thing. You know what I mean? You've got to drive, you've got to get clean, you've got to get serviced. You got to get serviced. Now you're selling it a year later, same oil is still in the engine. You've got to change it every year. So I think Liverpool definitely will need investment, and in January. And not only in midfield, it looks like now we need forward. We need a forward player. Absolutely, and hopefully we get it. Let this will be a big test for FSG right now. This will show you what the story is. They know there's an issue. Maybe that's why they're looking for investment, because they know there's a big deal to be done. There's a big building job to be done, type of thing. The age profile, especially midfield, has just gone, a little. It was let run too easy. We missed 2 or 3 windows. We didn't invest, especially in 2020 when we won the league. When you're on top, you invest. United used to do it. Chelsea did it. When you win the league and you're on top, sitting pretty on top, that's when you invest. When you're at your highest, you invest. United used to do it. Used to bring in a top player every summer, at least one or 2 other players, at least one. So every year you're going up a level. 3 years, you have 3 top players in. Bang, bang, bang. We missed those 3 windows, and now we're 3 players behind. So we're 3 windows behind, basically. So now we have to catch up in January and catch up in the summer and do more bargaining and bring the age profile down and spend more money because we missed those windows. So it doesn't work. Now, whether it was Klopp saying, I think I've enough here, it looks good, when everyone's fit, it looks great, yeah, it looks okay. But when injuries come in, the profile, the age gets older, then you're in trouble, Then you are in big trouble. And I'm saying we're in big trouble now, but the way we started the season has been poor. Probably the World Cup came at the right time for us. You wouldn't say that for Luis Diaz, of course, getting injured. Jota's injured as well. He got injured in that City game. I mean, he got injured deep in injury time as well. And he was running. I don't know why he wasn't substituted, but listen, he could have got injured in training. the following day. Who knows? Who knows? I suppose it's hindsight. But investment, absolutely. We do need investment. There is just absolutely no doubt about it. I feel we did have enough at the start yep. Mark, at the start of the season, when you're looking at that Charity Shield community game against Man City, and we beat them at Wembley, when we've everyone fit, Nunez is on fire, Salah there, you've Jota, you've Diaz, you've Bobby, you've everyone fit and ready to rock. Full squad's there. It looks okay, doesn't it? I was excited. I really thought we were going to run City close here. We're probably going to win the league. We're up there. We're going to be... few injuries to key players, 2, 3, 4 players, 1 or 2 bad results. I'm not saying it all comes tumbling down, but it certainly, for Liverpool's levels over the last 3 years, has been a poor start. And we've got to have a huge second half of the season. Huge January, February. If Jota and Diaz are not going to be there, who's going to come in? That's the thing for me. And even when they're there, it's no use waiting and saying, well, Jota's coming back in February, Diaz will be back maybe in February or March. It'd be too late. If you've dropped so many points or you're knocked out of the Champions League by mid-February from Madrid, or you're knocked out of the League Cup and knocked out of the FA Cup, you're basically scrapping for what? And it's too late. So the investment has to happen in January. And I think this is a big one. This is a big one for FSG. And I'm sure all the FSG boys, outers, are going to be watching this January. This is a big one. They got to get this one right. At this point, I think the Charity Shield curse is real, says Michael. Yeah, if you win in a party, something like there's the last 9 out of 10 winners of Charity Shield haven't won the league, something ridiculous like that. Look, that's, I don't know about that. We played well in that game. I know City weren't quite up to the levels we were at, but the drop-off's been huge. I mean, the Fulham aren't bad, actually. Remember the Fulham game? We got the draw, could have won it, could have lost that game. Defending was poor, but Fulham aren't bad. Fulham are a decent side. Palace game, Nunez got sent off. I think Nunez stays on, we win that game. But the Forest game is poor. Waiting home 1-0 to Forest, that was terrible. That's one of the worst performances. I think we are really we'd 1 or 2 chances near the end. I think VVD should have at least got one. Should have got a draw out of that game. Didn't. You lose that game. Just didn't look right defensively. But it's all about the midfield. There was no protection. Fabinho was way off it. We were really relying on the likes of a Milner far too much, you know what I mean? Slow tempo, just hope we have our mojo back, says Mark. Yeah, I mean, this club, this team, the style is all about tempo. It's all about starting fast. It's all about in your face. It's all about pace. It's all about aggressiveness on the ball, winning the ball back, passing the life out of them. Not letting your opponents have the ball for more than 2 or 3 seconds. Just winning it, Gangan press. Winning the ball back, getting the ball back. That's what Klopp has built this team, and his Dortmund team, to be fair, over the last few years. And we just did not have it the last 2-3 months, did we? We had it in 2 or 3 games. Okay, 7-1 away to Rangers, and the Napoli game was decent. The Ajax home and away games were decent. We're still open in some of them games. But we had it in flashes. The odd game, City game across on Anfield, the 1-0 win, that was as good as I've seen Liverpool play in a long time. The fantastic goal by Mohamed, the king of Egypt, that was brilliant. But to keep up that press for those 90 plus minutes, like we did against City, and then to lose to the likes of Forest, lose to the likes of Leeds, you know what I mean? I mean, it just throws that result out the window. LFC normally pick up in the second half of the season, says Michael. Absolutely, yep, that is true. That is a true stat. The Anfield Arc, I think it's a lot down to the midfield. We need a new engine, says the Anfield Arc. We do. We need a new 2.5 litre engine. Absolutely. And I believe the likes of a Bellingham or the likes of a Declan Rice or a Enzo Fernandez. I know he's a winger, but it's all about, it's about excitement. It's about giving the fans excitement. It's about giving them something to believe. It's about giving them something to look forward to. That's why we needed an injection, basically, of fresh talent in January, because we're crying out for it now, to be fair. We have been crying out for it for a while, but certainly crying. I'm using up tissues at this stage in January. We also need to cover for Mo. Well, as I said earlier, Mo's never injured, and I mean, I'm hoping I'm doing this for a while, but I mean, he's just unbelievable. Yeah, but our shot ratio has been down, says Mark. Yeah, XG, the ratio has been down. I mean, we make chances. We do make a lot of chances. The final ball, even against Leon the other day, as I said, we could have been 2 or 3 up before they equalised. We missed the penalty. We scored after the first minute. We 2 or 3 other great chances. The final ball again. The final ball, instead of trying to be a hero and trying to be all this, pass the bleeding ball, square it. You know, put your man in, square it, easy. Just not working, you know what I mean? But as I say, guys, interesting stuff. I think we need a forward who can play on the left and right, says Michael. Just need any fucking forward to score a goal, to be fair. Let's a forward that can get a goal. I'm just looking at here, the Anfield talk. I don't know anybody watching on Twitter. Steven Gerrard could become Gareth Southgate's successor as England boss. Now, there's a good one for you, isn't it? Trent might get more game time. Steven Gerrard is being tipped as Gareth Southgate's successor if Gareth Southgate walks away. I don't think he'll walk away. I think there's at least another tournament there for Southgate, to be fair. You know? But who knows? Yeah, but they're talking about it there. The expectation is that Liverpool would be willing to pay his release clause. I don't know what his release clause. This is Enzo Fernandez. But I'd say, what is his release clause? Let me have a look here and see what the release clause is. I'd say it's 60, 70 million or something like that, you would think, wouldn't you? It doesn't really say much here, but Nunez should be playing in the middle, down the middle, says Michael. Yeah. Well, I think that was the plan. I think that was the plan. Nunez to play down the middle until all these bloody injuries to Diaz and to Jota and stuff like that. I mean, we need almost change the dynamic of the team, the formation to suit Nunez. He was the big record signing, of course. And I still think this guy's got to become good. I really do. I mean, he's a decent goal ratio at the moment. He's missed a few games through injury and suspension. He got sent off against Palace. But I think he is going to score goals for Liverpool. There's no doubt about it. He'll get 20 plus goals this season. How many goals he got already? 7 or 8? He'll get 20 plus. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind. 120 million euros for Enzo. What's that, about 105 million sterling, something like that? That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. FSG want to be the checkbook. The pen will be running out of ink if they sign Bellingham and Fernandez and whoever. Salah was playing wide, getting isolated. Yeah, I like Salah down the middle as well. You know, I mean, big decisions for Klopp. I mean, huge decisions for Klopp in the next few weeks in January as well. Can we bring someone in early in January? Not the last fucking day of January, on the 31st of January, and then they're not available to play and fit in till February. You know, we want someone in the first day or two of January. You want someone in the second, third, fourth of January. They're in, ready to roll. You know, they're getting settled and stuff like that. So hopefully, if you're going to sign someone, get them early, will you? Like the Van Dijk under the Christmas tree with the jersey. January 1st, there he is on the pitch. Didn't he score against Everton in the FA Cup on his debut? The winner at Anfield. I think it was a header, wasn't it? What a debut that is. An FA Cup winner against Everton in your debut. Absolutely brilliant. Hit the like, hit the share. As I say, guys, I might go live for the AC Milan game. I'm hoping to go live. The plan is to go live on Friday. I think it's a 3:30 or 4. I think it's a 3:30 kickoff on Friday. Liverpool, AC Milan in the Dubai Super Cup. So should be live for that. Have your notifications on, even though notifications don't really work on YouTube. I don't know what the story is there, but 3:30 anyway on Friday. Pop in and say hello, I suppose. That's the main thing. Yeah, 3:30 kickoffs is Mark. But yeah, I'll be live, hopefully live. I have a few things that have Friday off work. So I'm hoping that's part of the plan to do the live show. Probably 15 minutes before, so probably 3:15, 3:15 live. Something. I will put it up on YouTube and Twitter and stuff a day before or whatever. But hopefully live for the AC Milan Liverpool game. We are 49 minutes in, guys. Hit the like, hit the share. Check out Twitter and Instagram at Dave's LFC Chats as well, because that's usually where I say if I'm going live or whatever I'm going to do or what's going to happen. But yeah, Enzo Fernandez. We'll be all watching him tomorrow night against Croatia, Argentina, Croatia. We'll be all going, wow, what's going to happen here? Is he going to be a Liverpool player in the next 6 months? Who knows? I don't know. I'm just really regurgitating what I'm seeing here on Twitter and social media today. 4 or 5 big, channels and things saying it. Even the Daily Mail, I think, had something on it today. But who knows? I mean, I don't know. Would you like him? Yes. Is he coming? Don't know. If Stevie G to become England manager, then I don't see him coming to Liverpool anytime soon. I can't see him coming anytime soon anyway. Even if he doesn't become England manager, I don't think Stevie G is ready for Liverpool. I mean, Klopp's there till 2026. So we've 3.5 years of Klopp at least. At least, I'm hoping we've longer, but we have at least 3.5 years of Klopp. So where will Stevie G be in 3.5 years? Who knows? I think he needs, he did decent at Rangers, but Rangers is a different level to the Premier League. And he didn't do great at Villa, did he? So I think he needs to, a bit more Premier League experience, maybe even Champions League experience, maybe go abroad. I don't know. But I can't see him at Liverpool, maybe in 2026. Who knows? Who knows? I'd like Klopp to stay as long or forever. But whether that happens or not is another thing. It's very hard for an international coach to manage a domestic club, says Michael. Yeah, it's usually the other way around. It's usually you do it at the end of your career. When you're in your 50s and you've had a really good domestic Premier League or international career, like a Champions League, and then you say, right, like Klopp maybe in 2026, would Klopp want to leave, take a year off, and then manage Germany in 2027 or 2028? Something like that, maybe, because there's less work involved. There is big work in an international manager, but you play less games, obviously. Was it about 10 games a year, 10 games a year? You go to watch games and stuff like that, but there's less pressure on you. More time with your family and stuff. You've done your job, it's more of I'm not saying it's a retirement type of job. You do get young international managers, but usually they're older and they're more experienced and they've had their career and they're going, right, I'm going to give 3 or 4 years here, international, bang. So maybe Klopp will end up as German manager. He'll probably take a year off after Liverpool, if and whenever he leaves Liverpool, a little hiatus, little holiday away for a year, and then comes back fresh and ready to go, maybe as German manager. That would be my prediction. Who knows? I might be on the COP Council at 9 o'clock with Jack and Connor on the COP Council. Check that out at 9 o'clock. I think he's live. COP Council's live at 9 o'clock. So I might pop in and say hello there, guys. Pop in and give the guys some love. Give them their sub. Give them your love. We're going to talk. We're going to leave it here. Enzo Fernandez to Liverpool. Who knows? Maybe. Maybe not. Bellingham, please pray. Dave's LFC chats over and out. Thank you very much for coming in. As I say, hopefully going live on Friday about 3:15 for the Liverpool AC Milan game live. I will put it up on Twitter, put it up on Instagram, put it up on YouTube early, probably late Thursday if I'm going to do it. Looks like I am up to now. Who knows what's around the corner? Who knows, guys? Stay safe, talk more. Probably see you on COP Council at 9. Talk soon. Stay safe.